We usually speak to policymakers, economists, and scientists on the show, but the current crisis is also taking a huge cultural toll. So we wanted to hear from a major figure in the world of entertainment. So we got in touch with J Balvin, a Colombian reggaeton artist who also happens to be the most streamed musician on earth. Jose, thanks for being with us today. Where are you right now?
Thank you. I'm in Medellin, Colombia.
So a lot of people are worried because in the last big pandemic, the Spanish influenza of 18, what happened is people got sick here, and then the summer came, and then it got very bad in the southern hemisphere, and then it came back here. So now we're seeing in countries like Ecuador, Peru, Argentina, Mexico, a huge increase now in cases and sadly in deaths. So what is the feeling right now in Latin America, South America, about what's happening with COVID?
I've been checking more, of course, what's going on right here in my country, It's definitely a really hard moment. People feel really frustrated. And just not even that, this is still a kind of third world country, so it's not a rich country. It's a lot of poor people in my country, that they need to go out and work because they live day by day. Colombia, we react really fast. When this happened in the States, we were already closing the country.
En desarrollo del estado de emergencia, aplicaremos un aislamiento preventivo obligatorio para todos los colombianos.
But the feeling still frustrating for a lot of people. I'm blessed because I do music and I still got so many ways to connect, and work.
You released a record during COVID, during this pandemic, called Colores.
A mí me gusta pasarla rico. Después de las 12 salimos a buscar el party. Ando con los tigres, estamos en modo safari.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about what it's like to release an album during a pandemic.
I was like, I'm not gonna be this competitor that I'm always been. And let's drop the album and let's see how the people is gonna react to it. At least if they're gonna have a great moment listening to the album, checking the vibes. And that's what we did. I dropped the album and I didn't care about sales and everything. It's really weird, because you used to, go to all the different medias, do all the media tour and feeling the feedback in person, like see people in the streets vibing with the album or people, in the nightclubs or in parties, which is not happening right now.
You worked with Takashi Murakami in this last record for your videos and things. What was that like, that collaboration? And also, do you think that artist collaborations like that are different ways to connect in the future?
100%. I mean, art, music, fashion, everything is a way of expression. So I wanted to do an album in collaboration with Murakami because I wanted to introduce to all the kids. They might find art boring, but there's a lot of different arts that are brighter, happier, and maybe cooler. I wanted to introduce the kids a new way to connect with me and with the world, and it was through Murakami art.
So during quarantine, a lot of the big music festivals globally, Coachella here, have been canceled or postponed. Now, musicians make a lot of their money, or most of their money, through live performance. So how does this change the music industry?
I mean, it all depends on the strategy or the project that you have in your life. Like I wanted to stop doing shows this year, because I wanted to take time for myself and just like focus on how to connect with the people in a different way. So I was looking, to just like make games, invest in technology. I was just thinking how to connect with the audience, and then everything happens and almost all my colleagues are suffering because they had tours they had to cancel. I think this is waking us up and remember that we're humans and that we're really fragile.
We talked a little bit about this, but different ways of connecting with fans. You did a show, One World Together at Home, which is an at-home concert with Lady Gaga, Elton John, Taylor Swift, Lizzo. Do you see that as happening more and more going forward, as we don't know if we're going to even have any live music this year?
I know that it just doesn't feel the same. Live streaming shows, they're nice, but they're never going to be as nice as being on a real show. You like to feel the energy, you like to feel just the way to walk out of your house and going to a concert. Let's look for some other way we can elevate the live streaming. I don't know, put some effects or something that is going to be like, wow, mind blowing. Something that you don't really can see, something that you didn't see when you were on live show. I do reggaeton, so it's more like a high energy music and vibing is more like to dance, right? So it's just like feels weird, but I think it's going to be like two moments of when general music, not just my album. It's going to be one through quarantine and another phase of the music after quarantine.
How do you see this reshaping things? I mean, you were saying we're looking for new ways of connecting with people, like augmented reality, virtual reality. There'll be a sort of tech renaissance mixed with music and art. So do you see this as being a sort of tech, art, capitalism renaissance, like all in together, or?
Yes, you just say it, and I didn't think about it, but it's the renaissance. It's the new one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is the new one. This is a new way. This is no beginning. This is a wake-up call. This is I know it might sound weird, but I think it's beautiful. I'm blessed. I have nothing to complain. I'm just concerned, about the powerful guys in the planet, the way they acting. Some of them are just not. It doesn't look like they're conscious about what's really going on.
Like who's not acting correctly, you think?
I'm not one to judge, but the way like Trump has been saying things and reacting, I just don't like it. Before we had this call, I was just checking the way he was talking to the press and the way he was saying, I'm not gonna put the mask.
What would people gain from wearing a mask, and why are you opposed to wearing one yourself?
Well, I just don't want to wear one myself. It's a recommendation. They recommend it. I'm feeling good.
I don't have to make a lot of social distance because I don't shake hands people.
I was never a big believer in shaking hands. But I decided if you don't shake hands, you're not going to be winning a lot of contests. Right now, I'm not sure you have to shake hands anymore.
It's just some weird stuff, man, that is just like sad. He's conscious about economically way, but I don't know how to see about the human beings.
You say that you look for the positive in things, and I know you've been called the Zen master of reggaeton. So you're into meditation. What would you say to the millions of people out there watching this that, about meditation, about staying positive during these tough times? What are you doing?
This is a great moment when you start getting to know yourself. I tweeted something like 2 days ago that is like, quarantine looks like money and fame. Like it can get you the best or the worst of you. So what I'm looking for is just how to elevate myself, and that's through meditation. Meditation has saved my life because I don't do drugs. I don't even drink, and everything is things that through meditation I can have my brain waves more calm. So yeah, meditation definitely I think is one of the biggest options you can have now. And I think this is a great moment for the kids to get to know about meditation. I try to do it really disciplined 2 times a day. Ideally, at least do it once.
You're one of the biggest music stars in the world. You're saying, look, either you focus on the positive or you spiral into the negative. What message do you have to say to people to hold on to the positive?
The more grateful we are, the more blessings we get. This is a real moment where we really can just wake up and be like, I can breathe, I can open my eyes, I can walk, I'm not in the hospital. I think the best way to feel better and to feel that it's a great day is being grateful. And it sounds kind of dumb, but it's powerful. Just being thankful and being grateful for what you have, even if you don't have a lot, going out and have a coffee with your friends. That's the things we have to be grateful for. And at least me, I'm gonna try to do my best to just not fall again in not being conscious about a lot of things.
What do you see, happening with young people? Because it could be a springboard to change, or it could be a springboard to despair.
I think people are gonna be like, I'm checking all these kids, and there's a lot of doing great stuff. I mean, like, in every crisis, there's the biggest opportunities. A lot of things are gonna change for the better. So I think this is a serious opportunity to listen to your kids, to listen to the youth, and see what they really want and how they see the future.
If you have one message or anything to say to the world's young people, what would that be for our last thought today?
I would tell them to stay positive, even though it's a hard moment, to be grateful for what we have. And I hope that when we go back to normal, which is never going to be as before, but I'm not saying it's going to be bad. It's going to be just a new and a different moment,
All right, Jose, thank you so much for your time today.
No, thank you. Thank you so much.